Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Rosa. As you can tell by the title, I hope, I'm really excited to share with you guys this perm rod set, what I used, how I achieved it, and any additional tips to help make your next perm rod set come out looking just as good. And I'm not usually one to toot my own horn, but But yeah, if you want to find out how I achieved these results, please keep watching. Hey, it's me again. I usually film this part while I'm styling my hair, so usually the day before, but it was late. I didn't feel like talking, so I am going to show you guys what I used. So if your hair is around the same length as mine when it's blown out, then you're most likely want to get perm rods that are these size. That is what I used all throughout my hair, and my hair is a little bit shorter in the back compared to up top. I initially thought I was going to be able to throw a couple of these in there, and I probably could have stuck some up here because my hair is a little bit longer up top, and the curls probably would have been a lot looser and not as tight, but that's okay. I like the result I got, and that I know my curls are going to last a lot longer that I use the smaller ones compared to the bigger ones. So I really don't know how many. I'm just going to say you need a lot. If I do take the time out later, another day, maybe while editing this, if I do take the time out to count how many, I will include that on the screen. And then I initially started off with one mousse, but I started to run out, so I started to mix it with another one. Yeah, I only use mousse when installing the perm rods. When my hair was wet, I put in some leave-in conditioner. I put in I think I put in the Melanin hair care leave-in conditioner, and I used the heat protectant, blew out my hair, and then once it was blown out, I only used these to install. I used most of this. This is the AG Hair Care Foam for volume, and then I went in with the TGIN Honey Whip. So yeah, those are the two mousses I used, and I just used a rat tail comb to smooth out my ends before I wrapped it around the perm rod. So yeah, now let's get to how I installed them and any additional tips in the install process. So I'm going to talk you guys through on this first clip without pausing or stopping, just so you can kind of know what to expect in the second clip, where I'll stop and walk you through step by step. As you saw, I sectioned my hair, and now I am applying about a half pump of mousse to that section. I could add a little bit more. It's still looking a little dry, but this still works. So now I have a fine tooth comb, and I'm going to detangle that section very, very well. And I'm going to especially want to detangle the ends before wrapping it around the perm rod. So that way you can kind of tuck the ends by rolling it about one turn. And then I'm going to start whirling my hair around the perm rod. And this motion is what gives you those springy, bouncy curls versus when you wrap your hair around and on top of each other, wrap it under. You get like the Shirley Temple flat kind of curl. So I've already sectioned off this section and applied the mousse, and now I'm detangling with the comb. And I am going to wrap my ends around the perm rod and making sure they are nice and secure. And then I'm going to start whirling my hair around the perm rod. And as you can see, my hand on the right hand of the screen is kind of holding my hair and making sure that it stays in place while I whirl the perm rod around it until it cannot go any further. Once the perm rod is as close to my scalp as it can, I'm going to secure it in place, making sure the rubber band is coming across the top of the perm rod. And so this is my hair once all of the perm rods were installed. And here is the takedown. So I am lubricating my fingertips and my nails before uninstalling the perm rods. I like to go through and take out all the perm rods before I go back through and separate each curl. So yeah, just gently unraveling it. It's so bouncy and springy. Also, you want to make sure that your hair is completely dry before you take out any perm rod, okay? This is the next day for me, so I knew for sure that these were dry. So now they are all out, and I am going to start to separate. So I basically stretch the curl out, kind of unraveling it in the opposite direction to try to get it as straight as possible. And then I piece off little sections from that curl and kind of ravel it back in place or in the direction of the curl. And that is what really helps to minimize the amount of frizz you have. I'm basically smoothing the hair to ensure that the curl comes out, perfect. And that's why it's important to install your perm rods like very tight and secure, because my curls would not have looked like this if, one, they were loose, the perm rods were loose, or two, my hair was not completely dried. So yeah, that is how I separate. I think I have one more clip. And here are my curls once I have separated each section. It's looking nice and full, and there's very minimal frizz. And hey, that's due to all those tips that I shared with you guys. All right, guys, so that was the final look, the final result of these curls. They came out perfectly. I could not be any more proud. It's like, no, I could not be any more happy that they came out so good. Like this, it's like in my mind, I won't lie, in my mind I was thinking my hair was a little longer, so maybe it's gonna puff out, it's gonna get thicker, and the volume is gonna grow as the days go by. But for day one, I'm not mad at it. They look almost perfect. So yeah, I hope you guys have found some tips or something to help you in your process when doing your perm rod sets. If I left anything out or you have any additional questions, feel free to leave them down below and I will be sure to answer them for you. I'm just ready to take some pictures now because they just, I can't, okay. I will catch you guys in my next video.